watchdog. You're nothing but a bunch of vultures. Every last one of you. Mr. Yee, over 65 years old, senior citizen. Mr. Yee, possibly a veteran. Obviously, he's getting DBA loans. Mr. Yee, unable to maintain his properties. Mr. Yee, asking for assistance from the city and getting nothing. How do you sleep at night taking advantage of Mr. Yee? You are vultures. You should offer him some money to do some maintenance. And these police calls that you think are so outrageous that you call him the zombie home king of this city and put him on KGW. You know, the true definition of a zombie home is someone who doesn't make his mortgage payment. Mr. Yee has no mortgage payments. You are vultures. His debt, his reason for you forcing the foreclosure on him is you, not his mortgage. It is you for thinking that a private property owner doesn't have a right to buy a home and let it sit empty. That is a private property right of Mr. Yee, not to be taken down with your acres of nuisance liens, code enforcement liens. Have you even walked in half these properties? You walk up to these properties with a clipboard and say, Mr. Yee, your grass is long. Oh, your door's been kicked in by somebody off the street, and I blame you. You are the victim. So guess what? I'll throw you a $15,000 little fee for you, Mr. Yee, to show the appreciation from the city of somebody who's been victimized. People coming off the street, kicking his doors in, and you look at the victim and say, well, guess what, Mr. Yee? We're going to fine you for that. Guess what? If those people kick your doors in on your car, break out your windows, we're going to call you a zombie car owner. This is pathetic. DOJ, I want this to be investigated. DOJ, I want to make sure they've had contact with Mr. Yee. DOJ, I'm worried about the safety's owner. The owner's safety right now. Is he safe? Is he okay? Are you concerned about that up here? No, you're concerned about how much you'll make on these auctions. Have you talked to Mr. Yee in the last 6 months? You have not, have you? Because you don't care. You see dollar signs in your eyes, and that's all you're going to do. You foreclose on this. I want the Adult Protection Services, I want the DOJ, and I want every one of you arrested if you foreclose on this gentleman. Arrested.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Saltzman.
Aye.
Fritz.
With property rights come property responsibilities, and there have been multiple attempts to contact Mr. Yee to help him with these issues with his properties, and I wanted to give them for Charlie Hales for addressing
Charlie Hales is an asshole.
along with
What a fucking idiot. Hope he sinks in a sailboat out there. What a fucking worthless piece of
Sit down,
shit
please.
Hales is. Fuck off.
Or leave.
I'm leaving.
Thank you.
Go fuck yourself, vultures.
Yeah.
So these are, back off. Do not touch me. Antifa rules.
Alex, these are unsafe buildings, out of compliance with city code. Mr. Yee has had a number of opportunities to cure the problem. In my notes, I note that he's hired and fired attorneys, missed deadlines, and he has now been no one's been able to reach him for some time. He's playing games with our code. This is an absolute last resort that we are taking. Commissioner Fritz is right. With property rights come responsibilities. These are beyond attractive nuisances. We have to consider the impact on the neighborhoods when these buildings are unsafe and remain vacant for extended periods of time. I hope that he gets in the habit of remedying these problems before we have to take foreclosure action. But the ball is in his court, and he has a well-established track record of avoiding compliance with our very reasonable rules.
Sometimes I agree with public testimony. In this case, I strenuously disagree. The steps that government goes through in the foreclosure process are many. It takes many years. It has to be documented and it has to be legal. And I want to just give people a preface of where this will probably lead. We will take this action today, and in another 2 years, we will be back here having the same vote on the same individual, because that has happened previously. Zombie homes are a significant problem in this community. There are hundreds of them that are, most of them are owned by banks, but many are owned by individuals. They are dilapidated, they are ignored, they become public health and public safety problems for other people. And where I disagree with Mr. Lightning is, yes, you have property rights. Yes, that is your property, but when you do not maintain your property and it becomes a problem and infringement on the rights of other people, that's where the foreclosure process comes into play. So I appreciate the auditor bringing this forward, and I vote aye. The ordinance is adopted. Next item, please, 824. I'm sorry, not 824.
Dad, we have your
Excuse
officers
me,
on video.
you are in violation
firing
of
on us
council
because
rules.
they forgot their
Maybe you are in
SWAT
violation
cars
of
behind
council
our
rules. Please stop.
lines. We've
Or
got
you'll
it
be
on
asked to leave.
video.
Next item is 831.
And police brutality! And police brutality!
And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality! And police brutality!
Stop protecting Nazis! Stop protecting Nazis!
And police brutality! And police
Stop protecting Nazis, Ted!
And police brutality! 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 And police brutality!
Oh, come on, y'all. They're just gonna leave.
Every time.
Uh-oh, they got you in the hallway.
Instead of foreclosing homes, make homes free so we don't have so many homeless people on our streets.
I don't think that'd be a wise choice.
When kids still have crashes on the street, you guys don't even talk to me about it. Talking to us is no, won't stop running, and you won't talk to me about it. It's all on all of your hands. And we're not going away.
All right.
Do you think they'll come back? Do they come back when they walk out, or do they leave?
Usually what they'll do is try to clear the council. But I don't think it'd be a wise idea to throw a bunch of protesters in with more protesters. Last time they did something like that, the protesters wound up taking City Hall.
Ordinance of police brutality, made everybody in the city council get up and leave, the mayor's one, they take it outside, and
I see that you have a camera.
Huh?
I see that you have a camera. Are you are recording?
I am.
Are you supposed to? Could I get your information so I can look it up later?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Hey, babe. Oh,
Robert West, and it'll be on YouTube under Robert West.
Okay, babe. You look dapper. You look really dapper.
Yeah, I forgot my SD card for this. I got my body camera going. I got a cell phone, and I got a battery that I can plug my cell phone into.
Cool.
So.
Having that battery pack is important.
All right, right here, mother.
See, look at that. More protesters just came in.
Yeah. Like, God forbid. So it's like, oh, you're not following the protocol. Like, you're fucking accountable to us. Like, if you don't make a protocol that gives space for people to say what they actually care about, and they have to listen instead to vulture landlords like whine about that shit, like that's not what we want to talk about. Like the group of people that is in this room has something very specific that they want to talk about, and they're using these bullshit like structures against us and saying, well, you're the ones who are being uncivil, we're gonna leave. And it's like, no, you are accountable to us. If you don't, it's not our problem that you don't like what you hear.
Well, they do
have
a policy. You go down and you write, and you go to the auditor's office, right? And you sign up to speak, and they set up a date about 4 weeks down the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're using these structures against you so that you don't actually get a chance to voice your concern.